should be the ideal point difference between you and City for you to start thinking कि चलो this now we have the title secured and this is out of the reach even
Secured.
for the likes of Manchester City.
2, 3, 4. I expect us to either draw or lose somewhere around 4 matches somewhere. Like we're going to have a little bit of slump somewhere. I feel like Slot is really good at adapting. He adapts very fast. But with Champions League and all these games and everything in between, somewhere the players are going to be tired and we won't be able to perform exactly at our best. And
How many
some
you
team
want
is
to
going
lose?
to come.
Four. Four you are saying you
Probably
will.
draw and lose. Basically, I'm expecting that we will drop somewhere around 6 to 7 points somewhere down the line in next quarter of the game. Maybe in 10 games, somewhere in 10 games, probably.
नहीं,
10 to
but
15
you
next
didn't
games.
answer my
10
question. My
is
question
sorry,
was
in
No,
next
कितना
10
that's why
points
I'm
gap
going
होने
there.
से?
I'm going there.
नहीं
I
नहीं एक
need
मिनट अब मुझे फिर पता करना है क्या है मैच इसके पीछे कि नेक्स्ट 10 मैचेस में तुम 4 ड्रॉ लूज कर
नहीं
सकते
नहीं
हो
10-15 मैचेस में इसलिए बोल रहा हूँ क्योंकि एक दो तीन चीजें फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल सिटी का मैच नेक्स्ट है ठीक है एज मच एज यू वांट टू से क्या तो बोलते हैं अपना सिटी इज गोइंग टू बी अ डिफिकल्ट मैच उसके बाद विल स्टिल हैव आई थिंक सम मोर बिग
सिटी
मैचेस
का नेक्स्ट सिटी का तो मेरा हमारे साथ नेक्स्ट
नहीं
मैच
नहीं
है
नेक्स्ट आई थिंक नेक्स्ट बिग मैच इज सिटी
अच्छा नेक्स्ट वीक
ठीक है नेक्स्ट बिग मैच इज सिटी and then we will now since we haven't played big teams we are going to play big teams now and as much as I'm optimistic about my team it's not like we cannot be exploited at all so and also for taking fatigue into account and Christmas time is always क्या तो बोलते हैं अपना after Christmas we have this tendency of dip a little bit. Salah dips for some reason after Christmas. Okay, so that January-Feb period I've never been really confident about and like apart from the year when like we were really good most of the times we lose some points there and I'm being a little bit more pessimistic because it is Slot's first season so when things starts to go bad at that point I'm expecting
You
Slot to come back
you haven't
we
seen
haven't
that
seen
side of
exactly
correct.
I haven't seen how big of a downward trend it would be
Correct.
I expect
Perfect
Slot to come
analysis.
back fast
Yes.
yeah but I expect him to come back but by that time we would probably drop if nahi to like if I'm being optimistic na we'll probably drop 5 to 6 points either we'll lose 2 or either we'll क्या तो बोलते हैं lose 1 draw 2 something like that so
Okay.
abhi
Now
already
you have talked about Liverpool. You know
so
what United and a Spurs fan is hoping कि दोनों slump करें.
the thing really good for us is that Man City is also not in their best place na and
Right.
Arsenal are also not doing wonders or anything so
Yeah,
everybody
you also
is,
join them now.
so the best thing about this season is that everybody can drop point and we are in a really good position like if you are going to drop point when you're 5 points ahead okay that there's no other better position to
but
to
then
drop
you're
points.
only 2 points ahead
Yeah no that's what I'm saying like can drop points because you have a little bit of buffer what I want now I want City to be at least somewhere 8 to 10 points behind and then I'll be a little bit वो क्या तो बोलते हैं अपना
but
वो
then you're going to draw or lose 4 matches no
नहीं मतलब 4 मैच हाँ मतलब मैं ये बोल रहा था कि pessimistically if I now draw or lose 4 matches ना I still will not lose more than 9 points something like that so that is still keeps me a little bit up
मुझे लगता
from
है
City
whatever you're saying if you really drop the math you will end up losing the title.
yes अगर
सही
4
में
मैच का स्लंप आया ना तो सिटी विल किल यू
हाँ क्योंकि
एंड
स्पर्स
पेप
हरा
विल
देगा ना
फाइंड अ
सबको
सॉल्यूशन
स्पर्स won't lose until end of the season.
इसलिए तो मैंने बोला ना कि what we need ना is a gap of around 10 points सिटी और हमारे बीच में सेकंड और फर्स्ट के बीच में if we are in first and City is in second ना I want a gap of at least 10 points because I know City can make that run in second half they'll have their players back Pep will figure something out and in January they'll just go and buy a number 6 okay they can do anything so till that particular point you want City to drop as many points as possible and if the gap is around 10 points if I'm 10 points ahead from City na I'm really confident if I'm somewhere around 7 points ahead from Arsenal I'm still confident I don't expect Arsenal to put that kind of
आर्सेनल से भी 7 आगे नहीं भाई आर्सेनल से 1-2 आगे तो भी हो
नहीं
जाएगा
लेकिन I'm being pessimistic ना कि we can drop that many points ना in that particular way
नहीं तो आर्सेनल will also
that's why I said 7 na that's why I said 7 even if we lose 2 matches na Arsenal will also lose one or
He's a
something
pessimistic fellow pessimistic Liverpool scouser.
The thing is na कि I have not seen Slot actually overcome a tragedy or overcome a really bad kind of spell so I don't know how it will
see
work
the reaction of manager as well as the players, how much they will buy into it if let's say you get a slump of 2-3 matches 4 matches they're telling maybe they will start to question the tactics
They
of the
won't question
manager.
Slot or anything, I don't feel
Why
like they'll
not? Why you are
question because,
team with a guy who
it's
was like
been
amazing.
it's been
तो वो
around 3 to 4
हैंगओवर
months.
वापस आएगा.
नहीं नहीं देख क्या होता है ना when you are really elite level kind of player ना when you start working with a manager you are able to tell that how clear his ideas are how what उस manager के जो क्या वो है ना क्या तो बोलते हैं philosophy में कितना दम है like Klopp lost a lot at the starting but people already knew that whatever he had was really good so people went with him anyway it's the same thing so Slot whatever he's doing now I feel like the players have already bought into what he's trying to build but the thing is that when the slump happens I'm worried about one thing. I don't know how Slot is going to cope with the rest of the stuff. We'll see how it goes. I don't think he's going to panic. I feel like he's a very calm person.
Right? Ideas are good until you're winning. And
Exactly.
then as soon as you start losing, those ideas starts becoming a little blurry. Ki
Finding
maybe
solutions
that
now.
was not that right.
See, there is such
They
a
just say
stark contrast between how Jogekar is behaving under Slot's progress and how our great Amit Khanna behaved when from last season when Ange was winning. He thought he's going to win the title.
भाई रिकॉर्ड निकल देखो मैंने बोला आउटसाइड चांस.
भाई
You were
I
counting
I remember
mathematically possible हम जीतेंगे ठीक
I
है
remember me being like me and Amit both having like a really heated argument like outside chance भी क्यों है तेरे पास
Why not भाई एक 2% तो देख सकते हो ना मोमेंटम को. जैसे अभी तुम्हारा भी वही कंडीशन है 10 मैच है और आगे हो बहुत
I know
फर्स्ट
लेकिन I
पॉइंट
know
पे.
that see मैंने what I said about Ange is what I am going to say about a Slot as well. The thing is that when things go bad, like you had a bad team compared to what we have, so we have a better backups and everything. He has better solutions on the table, so he'll probably be able to implement those. That's why I'm a little bit confident as well because I feel like Slot knows what to do. But the thing is now, all of those things सब साइड हो जाता है ना जब चीजें बिगड़ना चालू होती हैं ठीक है and what I'm more worried about is that we have 3 contract situations in our hand which we have not sorted out. Now if it goes beyond Christmas all those 3 contracts are open for pre-negotiation. Now that is a bad thing to happen for a team because now the morale changes, the way the players dedication changes. I mean they are professionals obviously but playing for the badge and playing for the I don't know playing because you are professional are 2 completely different things. There's a difference in emotion. So
No, I mean, if you're going to be competing for the title, everyone is going to give their 100% only, even though the
I know,
contract
but
situation.
that even see if the contract things don't work out, and then you know that they just have 6 months to be there, maybe they are professional enough to play really well, but it might impact other like the rest
Yeah,
of the squad
of
is
course.
relatively what do you say young, right? Now you might lose
Three contracts means Van Dijk,
Van Dijk, Salah and
Salah.
Arnold. All of those are senior players, man. If 3 senior player might be leaving, that leaves a mark on the younger people. Obviously,
back-to-back season. First half of the season you spent waiting for your manager to leave, like was put down the papers. The second half of the season, the second season half part you will be waiting by the leaders are now going as well.
Exactly. Well, that especially if things go bad, now. जैसे कि last year भी ना, when Klopp said that he's going to go. Until we were playing good, we were playing really good. It felt like nothing has impacted, like this has not impacted at all, like the team at all. And then suddenly we started not playing that well, and it felt like that okay, the team is not exactly in the right mindset. There
But
were
I
so
wanted
many.
to ask, how did Liverpool come into that situation when you have that good a structure? You should not even be arriving at such a situation where 3 contracts are up and you haven't done anything about
If
it.
let's just say Klopp was going to continue for next 3 years or something like that, this would have been sorted right away. But the thing is that those guys are senior players, right? They also are thinking about their futures. They really don't know how good Ange is. So they need a little bit of time to actually understand. Sorry, why I'm
I
saying
know
that?
Ange
Yeah.
is always in your mind,
Ange
but
is very good, we all know. But how good the
So the
slot
thing is,
we
how
need
good
to see.
Slot is, we don't know. We already know how good Ange is, na? So, but we don't know how good
It's
Slot
amazing.
is. So today
Ange is
also,
so good that he lost to Ipswich at home. So
yeah,
he's
and
fantastic.
still we trust in him.
He's
Unlike
the
United
dude.
fans.
He's the Robin Hood of the Premier League, as he said.
Premier
na?
League, absolutely.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah, see, one contrasting point on this is, see, Trent Alexander-Arnold side में रखते हैं.
ठीक
These
है.
Salah and Van Dijk are how much their age would be? 32, 33?
32, 31, 32, 32. Maybe both are 32
Right.
probably.
So they are like currently your leaders, and they are like extremely good players, right? But I let's say contract negotiations have been there, and they would want a good wage, right? Good wages, because they are like at the peak, and they will also not go for a 12-month contract or 24-month contract. They will want a
Probably they'll go for
bigger
24, 2+1
bigger
maybe.
3 to 4 years. Probably they would be wanting a contract too.
Might
But
be.
maybe a club like Liverpool might think that, see, abhi they are very good. 1 year down the line, they will start dipping. And then because their contract has been refreshed and maybe paid a little bit more of wages, that might shift their balance of books, right? Because
Yes.
now you have to keep them, because as they grow older and older, other teams would also be not wanting to like get them, or they cannot pay that much of wages to them and whatnot. So this is a very critical decision for a club like Liverpool to make, that how much they want to commit with these people who
Exactly.
might not be as good in like 12 months or 24 months down the line.
See, that's the
But
thing.
I am also thinking
Liverpool,
of replacements. Who do you
Liverpool,
bring?
Liverpool, first of all, is not is as historically also, no. We at after a certain age, we don't really like to do extensions until like it makes sense. Like Milner made sense in so many ways because he's a leader on the pitch, off the pitch, in coaching team, and etc. etc. Like he was a standout professional, and obviously he was not the top player, so you don't have to pay him as much as well. Salah and Van Dijk, they are also leaders, but they are also on top of the game right now. So they will have their own ambitions, but along that, club will also have to think that you have to think about their replacement. And when you're thinking about the replacement, they have to be as good as them or somewhere as good as them at least, right? Or the potential that they have is
High
as good as them,
potential, high ceiling folks who
right? So
can.
if you keep two high wage players with us at that particular moment, how is this going to work out when you actually want to bring in some kind of star player? So we are probably not going to bring in a star player. We are probably going to look for a guy who has the potential to be there, or as Liverpool always does, right? We always look for those gems who are not really that costly, but they have really high potential on that stuff. So this is a tricky situation here, right? Actually, but the thing is that Van Dijk and Salah have shown that they have not professionally, at least, have reached that age where you can say that they're going to dip. Salah is an ultimate professional, like physically is a specimen. So he's not going to just dip because he's 32. He's probably going to be at top of his game for next 2 or 3 years. You can see that. And
No,
Van Dijk,
he's a fit guy, so
he's a
obviously
fit
he'll
guy,
play
man.
until
And
35.
Van Dijk is a defender, man. Defenders have a longevity, a bigger longevity compared to attackers. And Van Dijk has been fantastic for last 2 seasons for us.
Correct, but
He's
they
gone
might
under the
also
radar,
not
but he's been
see.
fantastic.
And like, fine, as you said, right? You bring a new players, new crop,
Hmm.
and you want to build for the future.
Hmm.
Now, a person like Van Dijk would not want to be a, let's say, want not to be a first team player, right? If you, let's say, give him a contract and say, yeah, I cannot guarantee because you're aging and I want to get
No.
new
He
people
will
in
be a
the
starter.
team.
He will be a
That's
starter.
what, no, but you have to build it, because you cannot wait for
Okay.
him to go for make any other player a starter just at that point, right?
I'll give
You
you an
have to
example.
be
Okay.
ready.
We have as far as defenders go now, we have really good defenders already. Van Dijk's there, okay. Konate is there. Because Konate plays so well now, we forget how good Joe Gomez used to be. Joe Gomez is a fantastic defender. Like the season where we went Champions League, Joe Gomez and VVD partnership was just like unbreakable almost. And then we have Concha, who obviously has not played that much, but he's also really good. So what we are probably going to do when it comes to defenders, right? We already have a good crop of young defenders. What we'll bring another defender who will learn of Van Dijk or something like that, and he'll build, like he'll have to make. Van Dijk will not have to lose his position. The guy who's coming in, is going to have to make his position. So something like that.
By the way,
But
Arna Slot is
how Ramos was already there now, always there. Like he's not
Arna
going to be
Slot is a
replaced.
head coach, or is he a manager?
No, he's a head coach.
Oh.
But
He's a
going
proper
forward,
coach.
like my just point is, going forward, you have to like make it a natural shift away from a
I don't think Van Dijk
It
Van
cannot
Dijk
be कि
gets.
आज तक वो Van Dijk was my first team defender, and कल से there is some other person, Van Dijk is leaving.
No, that
That's
will
a
not
very
happen.
bad thing.
No.
You have to get that. But Joe Gomez भी कब तक बैठेगा? He will also come up and say कि
Yes,
भाई,
yes,
I
yes.
want to be a first team player, or I
Yeah.
want to go somewhere else. I'm that good. I cannot always be under
No,
the Van Dijk
look,
chaya.
there is already a situation developing where, Allison, okay? their Cameron Kelleher, right? They have,
Hmm.
he is actually very good. He
Hmm.
himself is very good. Ball playing ability, shot stopping, very good.
Very good, yes.
So his Cameron Kelleher has straight away said, I want to be a number one keeper either at Liverpool or anywhere else. That is
He's going to
clear.
leave. He's going to leave.
Is no, either he is going to leave or Alisson has to leave so that he takes over. But the thing with keepers is that they can play longer. Even in fact, their best periods are during this time, the 32, 35, 36
Hmm.
age.
Hmm.
But when it comes to a defender, that agility and movement, pace obviously wears off. So that's why, to answer Amit's question, they've already prepared Konsa and Joe Gomez to take up Van Dijk's position. And rather, they will obviously go out in the market and they will see if there is a world-class defender out there where they can spend 50 million pounds. They can, because they're getting Van Dijk's wage off the books. Because
If he
obviously,
goes, yes.
if he goes, obviously, well, he has to go because you're not going to extend and give him a 5-year or a 4-year contract.
No,
right?
it will barely. I feel like the
2
maximum will
plus
give
1.
him probably 2+1.
2
But yeah,
plus
two
1.
That's
plus
what
one,
Van
yeah.
Dijk will should also be agreeing, right? Because 2+1 के बाद his stocks will also go down. Na? He will also look
No,
for the security.
नहीं सिक्योरिटी मतलब obviously he gets to compete at a high level, right? Van Dijk अभी next he also has to think कि मैं next और बड़ा क्लब नहीं जाऊंगा. This is going to be my last big club, right?
Hmm.
So why so
He'll
and he's
go
going
to a
to earn
childhood club
more.
or something, na man.
को कहीं और जाएगा अमित तो उसको
Hmm.
पैसा भी कम मिलेगा ना.
Hmm.
तो you have to factor that.